Okay, so today we're going to be talking about flushing your water heater. That's really the only maintenance requirements that your water heater is going to need per manufacturer's instructions. There's not a whole lot you have to do with the tank type water heater except for flush the water heater. And when a water heater, it's recommended every 1 to 2 years to flush your water heater. If you have never flushed your water heater and it goes longer than 6 years, we really don't recommend flushing the water heater at that point. If you do, there can be the drain valve on the water heater can start to leak because you haven't touched it in 6 years. The other thing is that if you are flushing your water heater every 1 to 2 years, just know that the more you use the valve, the more likely it is to begin to leak because you're using it. Most of the time you don't use it. But let's get into looking at how to flush your tankless or your tank type water heater, and we'll show you how to do that. Basically, on every water heater, you're going to have a drain valve. If it's a brass valve, that's really good. If it's a plastic valve, I really don't recommend that as a homeowner that you mess with it. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, and you really want to have a plumber there to do it for you. But feel free to try it if you want. Just know that as a plastic valve will tend to break over time. So this is a brass valve. So basically what we're going to do is on the water heater, basically there is a shutoff valve on the top of the water heater that you can actually leave on. This one here is green. If you can see it right underneath of that tank, the green valve, that's your shutoff valve. Don't turn that off. You need to leave that on. And the reason behind that is because you want full water pressure to flush the water heater. It's not a drain, it's a flushing of the water heater. So leave that shutoff valve on. So then basically on this valve here, this is your drain valve again. And then what you want to do is take a garden hose, just like this. And you want to thread the garden hose onto this valve right here. And if you want to, you can use a wrench to tighten it a little bit. But I normally just use my hands because it's got a rubber gasket in it. And so we'll tighten that on there just like that. And then you'll want to have a flathead screwdriver for this one. And you want to turn it a quarter turn, just like this. And when you do that, it's going to flush the water heater. Now, you want to leave it on here for, say, 10 minutes, 15 minutes per water heater. If you have two, you can do them individually. You can do them at the same time. But basically, you leave this on for about 15 minutes, and then you turn it off. So we're going to show you turn it off here, just like that. So once it's been flushing for 15 minutes, then you pull your hose off, just like this. And then you can put your hose away for another 1 to 2 years. So that is how to flush your tank type water heater. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call Legacy Plumbing. We'd be glad to help you out.